Most kayakers driving to Lynmouth for a lap of the East Lyn will at some point have looked up the Glen Lyn Gorge and pondered, that looks really steep, I wonder. This video is to tell you the answer. Well, perhaps not conclusively. I'm sure that someday someone very brave or possibly very foolish might be able to piece together the final half a mile to a mile of incredibly steep, very boulder-strewn mess that is the bottom of the West Lyn. But this is about the Barbrook to Lynbridge section, which is, in my opinion, a fantastic warm-up section on those days when the East Lyn is blowing out its banks, is really, really high, and you need an alternative while you wait for the bubble to pass and the peak so that you can get on the East Lyn while it's dropping rather than rising. It's a great little section, and this is just a short walkthrough video to show you some of the major highlights and sections on the West Lyn. Thanks very much for watching. If you're enjoying this already, then please do consider subscribing. Drop a like and a comment down below, and I will look forward to reading some of those. And yeah, share this wherever you feel comfortable. Thanks very much. Let's get into the West Lyn. So you hop onto the West Lyn in Barbrook on the river right hand side. It's probably the easiest place to get in, and it's off with a bang straight away, especially, as I say, at the water levels we're suggesting here, which are fairly decent. In this video we're probably looking at a healthy medium flow on the West Lyn, and I would suggest that much below this and it would start to get really quite bony and would probably warrant the completionists only title that many guidebooks have previously given it. But I think at this water level it is absolutely sensational, really high quality white water. As you can see, it's a fast boogie straight away from Barbrook, and it's read and run grade 3-ish. Lots and lots of nice little moves, little boofs, lots of holes to dodge, great fun. Almost straight away, however, you do get into one tree that needs avoiding. This can be walked on the right hand side, or as you'll see, it can be ducked as well. It's definitely quite marginal, and certainly any higher than this and it would have been really very dangerous. So worth having your eyes on stalks and being prepared to do a little bit of walking. However, at the present there are only two trees down, this one and another later on that you'll see. Another huge benefit of the West Lyn is that the shuttle is quite literally a minute and a half to 2 minutes of driving. It is so quick for the little blast of white water that this gives you. And as you can see, it really is high quality. Lovely, lovely little moves, lovely bits to play with. During this entire lap, which was both mine and Tom's first, we continually were amazed and turning to each other in wonder and joy at how much fun we were having. There comes a point when you drop into the woods below Barbrook, which I think is starting to get into the Glen Lyn property, the National Trust on the River Right, certainly. And it suddenly drops around a corner and you have this incredible little constricted gun barrel rapid with a lovely launching booth at the end. Just watch out for the lovely locals who you might find coming out for a little swim. That was a definite surprise for us, but we had a lovely conversation before moving on. Immediately after this, it channelizes around this island in the middle with the large boulder. As you can see, Tom got out to have a quick look, and then I went and joined him so that we could get a better impression of what was downstream. As it transpired, it was good to go. Again, in lower water, it would probably end up being a little bit bony on both sides, threading your way between the rocks. In this little section, there was another tree that was in the line on the left-hand side. It was definitely avoidable, but just, again, worth having your eyes on stalks and taking it slowly and cautiously. And then as we come round the corner, approaching the static caravan site that's on the left-hand side, that's the kind of signal that you are approaching the end and will need to be looking out for the takeout. But before that, unfortunately, there was yet another tree which was walkable very happily. It could have been walked on either side. We chose to walk on the left. Putting back in below that tree, you immediately start seeing the campsite on the river left, which is a signal that the end is approaching and that there are some of the final rapids which are really, really high quality. At the top end of the campsite there's this really fun double drop around some constrictions. Again, some lovely little left to right moves in here, really, really good fun. And then finally you see the point where it channelizes fully with this wall on the left where the campsite is. And you want to be running along that left-hand wall and then looking for this lovely booth on the river left side. From there, there's one more tiny little constriction rapid and you are then needing to get out on the river right-hand side. That's probably the easiest place. It's a little bit of a walk and a hike up the bank, but it's far easier than trying to trudge through anybody's private property, and definitely better than accidentally ending up in that final very steep mile down to Lynmouth, which probably would be bad news bears if you ended up in it. So there we go, that is the West Lyn. A great little introductory section if you're coming to Lynmouth on a high water day. I hope that some of you managed to get out there and give it a go, and that you've really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.